Someone's put the reefer in a car up the road. I can smell it now with the windows closed. Johnny catches humming on the 8-track tape. 2-ton up a meter, help me to escape. Don't try to stop me, don't turn me back, don't let me down. Eyes wide open, flying Louisiana bound. I'm a Georgia girl and an Alabama mess. 500 miles to take care of the rest. The feeling of silo in a broken window pane. Halfway to Mississippi's on the way to insane. Don't try to stop me, don't turn me back, don't let me down. Eyes wide open, flying Louisiana bound. Say a soldier that survives up to be alive, but I wouldn't know that even if I tried. Maybe minutes or something, maybe something is alive. But there's suicide in Papa's eyes. There was suicide in Papa's eyes. There was suicide in Papa's eyes. Don't try to stop me, don't turn me back, don't let me down. Eyes wide open, flying Louisiana bound. Into the well, Mama threw his gun in, but she didn't tell. There's splashes stretched tight across the window pane. Papa suffocating in the silo grain. Don't try to stop me, don't turn me back, don't let me down. Eyes wide open, flying Louisiana bound. Don't try to stop me, don't turn me back, don't let me down. Eyes wide open, flying Louisiana bound. Don't try to stop me, don't turn me back, don't let me down. Eyes wide open, flying Louisiana bound. Eyes wide open, flying Louisiana bound. Eyes wide open, flying Louisiana bound. Never mind. We can't. Yeah. I just worked here.
Okay, this song is just about choosing love over fear. Those are our two big choices we have in our lives. Choose to stay on the path of fear or choose love. This song is called Beautiful Disaster.
Good answer.
Show me the old photographs and memories of all the places we never went. She's running after a beautiful disaster. She's dying up on that hill. She said, deadly as any grace, got nothing on the both of us. We breaking treetops like 1,000 baseball bats. Skinner's plane took off in Greenville, South Carolina. Skinner's plane never looked back. She's running after a beautiful disaster. She's dying up on that hill. She said, deadly as any risk, got nothing on the both of us. Flew too high and I guess that's why we fell. She's running after a beautiful disaster. She's dying up on that hill. She said, deadly as any risk, got nothing on the both of us. We flew too high and I guess that's why we fell. Thank you. Uncle Jeff, tell us a story. I really want one.
You guys have heard our band before. You probably heard the story, and I debated not telling it anymore because I've told it so many times. But in honor of my dad, I'm going to tell it. So he'll turn 91 next week, and he's doing great. Yeah, born in 1934. Very, very, very poor family during the Depression in southern Louisiana, so about as poor as you could get. Around 1944, when he was 10, my grandfather, his dad, went off and volunteered. He was too old to be drafted, but he volunteered to fight in World War II. And some of my dad's buddies found, they were about 10, 12-year-old kids, they found this old Confederate cannon that was in one of the bayous there near the town he grew up in. And it was about 10 feet underwater, and at the time, most of the cannon had sunk into the mud, so very little of it was exposed. But it was kind of a rite of passage. These kids were swimming in these alligator-infested bayous, and it was cool to be able to swim deep enough to run your hands along this old cannon. And I thought about that as a kid. My dad would tell the story, and my brothers and I used to bug him, let's go get the cannon, because my dad knows where it is, And he said, no, let's just let it go, let the thing just kind of sink into the mud. And I thought that was, at the time it was frustrating, but I see the poetry in that now as an adult. And so I thought it was interesting because, my grandfathers were all fighting in World War II, and these kids that were swimming in this bayou with that old cannon, their brothers in some cases, and cousins, and fathers and so forth were off volunteering in the war. I thought there's a song there about letting the weapons of war sink into the mud. And so I wrote this song. It's called A Confederate Cannon.
think they get a secret to it.